What is going on, guys? Welcome back. A commentary for you. So, gonna get you caught up a little bit, talk to you about where kind of my headspace is here with this. So, if you weren't aware, getting back to daily content, wanted to incorporate some real life sports, some betting, some gambling into my channel along with the video games. Had $400 in my account. First week, I'm following a very well respected YouTube channel, copying their parlays best I can. Unfortunately, we lose way more than we win. And even the one that we did hit wasn't enough to make up for our losses. So we were in the red, double digits. Then I decided I was going to go over to a paid service, and I vetted a number of different services. I went with one that I was most comfortable with, single pick a day. I'm not going to go over the cost right now because the unit size really dictates what the cost should be for you. So having said that, we are now 3 days in. We have made back almost a full unit. So my unit here, obviously $10. If it was $1,000, if it was, $100, we're literally 933. So 70 cents shy, less than that really, of a unit made back in 3 days. And I don't expect that to be consistent, but I am impressed that every pick has pretty much been respectable. Started it off with NCAA. Now, granted, I don't like Princeton at a negative 1,000 odds, but then we went to UFC, something I'm very well versed in, and I thought the pick was a quality pick. And now we go to Celtics and Warriors under 236. This was a absolute blowout of a game. I really didn't have any worry about it cashing, except towards the end it turned into a 3-point contest for some reason. But overall, if you go back to the videos before, my worry was, I can lose picks all on my own. I can pick losers all day long. You need losing picks, I got you for free. I'll just give them to you. Paying someone for picks that lose money is a real issue. But so far, so good. And I expect this to kind of be the anomaly. But for what it's worth, not too bad where we are. Pretty impressed with what we've gotten. And as far as, I'm not going to ruin this, not going to go over it till the end, but let me just say, if I had to look at how much I paid per day for these picks against how much I've won, because again, that's the big issue is if you're paying for picks, you have to at least get that back before you can start working towards breaking even. I can tell you right now, I'd pretty much been more than good based on what the return was versus what the actual winnings were. Now, how long this streak can keep up, I don't know. I don't expect it to keep up. I do know the guy does a pretty good job at keeping track of everything and being transparent, so I'll believe his word when he says this is 11 straight days of winning. Whether that's a hot streak or not for him, I don't know. I could go back and look, but again, does it matter? I mean, the past, at least with sports betting, doesn't really indicate the future. But to that point, I can speak to where we are now. We got out of double digit red into single digit red. And even with sports that I'm pretty well versed in, we're making wise decisions and they're pretty detailed decisions. Yesterday, to have a fight stop inside, not, a fight go over the first round, not a fight go, over 1.5. Those are, I don't want to say easier bets, but those are less detailed bets. Today, looking at the slate of games, probably going to be the biggest blowout there was. So you did probably have a good shot at the game ending with a lot of downtime between both teams. We'll have to see how the NBA slate closes out, but I can't see more of a blowout happening. So I got to say, I'm glad that we're inching our way back into the green. I'm glad I've been consistent. Even though the views are down, I appreciate you guys supporting this. I've got a Madden video coming up for you, or before this. Just really depends on how I decide to upload them. And I will be back tomorrow with more commentary.